Hi everyone, today we're talking about how to care for your peonies after they're done flowering. So I'm Lisa from Down to Earth Gardening and Design, and we had some spectacular peony blooms this year. They were amazing, and hopefully you caught a couple of those videos because they were just out of this world. So I wanted to bring you the aftercare because there's some vital steps that you need to do to your peonies after they're done flowering, because it really does prepare them for next year's blooms. And I would really love for you all to be able to enjoy these huge fragrant blooms. So first, I just want to say that we are talking about herbaceous peonies. So I'm in gardening zone 6B, and they grow in zones 3 to 8, and they are not tree peonies. They are the soft stemmed peonies that die back down to the ground. The foliage dies down in the fall, and they will pop up again in the spring. They do require a chilly winter in order to prep them for flowering in the spring. But man, they are gorgeous. And we will have, by the way, lots more videos to come on peonies because they are one of my top favorite flowers. So I want to talk about the steps, and there's just a few simple, easy steps that you can do. I'm going to walk you through them today because, believe it or not, they still can look really nice. They're not going to flower, they're done, but they can look really nice as a foliage plant in your garden for the rest of the year. And it's really important, again, for flowering next year and just the overall health of the peony. Number one is, once your blooms have faded, so the petals are gone, then you need to deadhead them. And that's because we don't want them to go to seed. We want the energy to be redirected into the roots, and so it can start saving up energy for next year. Okay, so you can see the spent blooms here. And all you do is you go down the stem to a healthy set of leaves. So I'm going to choose this tri-lobed healthy leaf right here, and I'm just going to cut it on an angle right above that. I'm going to do a few more for you because there is another tip on this. So we have some top here. Now you don't have to just go back right to the first set of healthy leaves. You can go back a little further, and I do like to do that because, as you can see, this one here had some nice heavy blooms on it, but I like to hide my cuts inside the plant so you can't see it. So way down in here. And then when we're done, it's really just gonna look like a nice, healthy foliage plant or perennial foliage plant as a nice backdrop for your garden. So you can see how much I took off here. Okay, number two is we want to leave the foliage alone. And this is a common mistake. Many people will cut down their foliage now purely for aesthetics. And that is a big no-no because you need to leave the leaves for the rest of the summer so that they can photosynthesize and store energy for next year. Okay, number three is we want to clean up all of these spent petals here. So I did cut a lot of beautiful bouquets. However, I like to leave a lot on the plant as well in the garden to enjoy. But you want to clean up all of these petals here, and you can see them all underneath the shrub, because peonies are susceptible to botrytis blight, which is a common fungal disease. And if you leave the petals, they will trap moisture in the soil, and it's a perfect breeding ground for fungal spores. So we want to clean them up. Don't put them in your compost. You can bag them and just put them right in your trash. Okay, number four is you want to put down a little bit of organic shredded bark mulch, or you could even use compost around the plant. And that will help retain moisture and also insulate the roots. So I'm going to show you here, I'm just putting a little down because I already have quite a bit of mulch. We do not want to cover the crown of the plant. So that's where the eyes or the buds are. We just want to go around the plant. So I'm just going to show you here, and you really don't need more than 1 or 2 inches around the plant. So we don't want to go in here. Okay, number 5 is you can put some fertilizer down. So this is only if you didn't get a chance to put your fertilizer down in the spring. So a lot of times when people open up their gardens, they will go ahead and put some slow release down. If you've already done that, then refrain from this step. But otherwise, I like to use a nice 5-10-10 well-balanced fertilizer. So you want the 5 to be lower than the second and third number. So the first number should be lower than the second and third number because that is the nitrogen. And if the peonies get too much nitrogen, you're just going to get some beautiful green leaves and no flowers. So lower on the first number, 5-10-10. I like the slow release granules. And what you want to do is you just want to sprinkle them around the plant. I'm going to show you right now, and then just lightly toss them under the mulch, and then we're going to water them in, which is a sneak peek of our next step. So number 6 is you want to keep your peony foliage watered, so don't neglect them. So peonies like to be watered deeply, so when you do water, you should give them a good long drink around the base of the plant. Your soil should be moist about 5 inches down. And again, the base of the plant, because we do not want to get the foliage wet because we don't want to encourage any of those fungal diseases. And it's a perfect time to get out here and water right now because we just put our fertilizer down. So that should be well watered in. Okay, so that's it for our steps. I just want to answer one common question, and that is, can you take the cages or the rings, the supports, off your herbaceous peonies at this point? And the answer is, if you'd like to, yes. Because really, the rings and the cages are supporting those heavy blooms, which can flop over once they get so heavy. Some of my peonies here had 5 or 6 flowers per stem. So definitely need support. If you remove them now, you're not even going to notice. The foliage will be beautiful. I tend to leave my rings on because it's just easier to take them off when I cut the plant down in the fall and I don't disturb the foliage right now. So I'm already thinking about a fall video for you on peonies, and if you're interested in that or any other gardening videos, please let me know. I love to hear all of your comments. So in the meantime, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you all at home so much. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video and subscribe to our channel because we have a lot more gardening coming your way.